Hey, New Hope. I was here at the church making some copies this morning and decided I would do my update from here, but also just sort of give you a glimpse of what we're all missing and the empty sanctuary and how sad that is. And, one day we'll be together. And I know people say that the church is not the building, it's the people and all that stuff. That's true. There's theology behind that. On the other hand, there's a place for places, right? This place, it geographically is our home. And if you're like me, you can't wait to get back together and actually have church together, and not, for me, not just be in my living room talking about the Bible. But with that said, this weekend I will be in my living room talking about the Bible, and this weekend is the culmination of all the sections of the Sermon on the Mount where Jesus says, "You've heard it said, but I say." And this week he says, "You've heard it said, love your neighbor, but hate your enemy." And so maybe this is the weekend that you might not want to listen to the sermon if you think liberals are idiots, or if you think conservatives are dumb, or you just can't stand Donald Trump, or you think Barack Obama ruined the country, or you can't stand left lane drivers, or your neighbors are driving you crazy, or you're constantly fighting with your wife. Maybe you're actually the very person that needs to come and listen to this sermon. I know I do. Jesus basically gives this big challenge. He says, you've heard it said, love your neighbor, but hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. It's like, love those who persecute you. So it's going to be big, I think. Also, just by way of update, tonight we have a session meeting. And the biggest question for the session is the same question I would ask you, is basically, how is COVID affecting you, right? How is it affecting you? How is it affecting your family? A lot of times you ask people have asked me that on Zoom meetings, who's tired of Zoom? And I've just started crying because it's just, I'm simultaneously overwhelmed and bored and everything. So maybe tonight, talk to some of your friends by Zoom, or talk to your family. Just sort of get that out there. How are you actually feeling about that? And so if you can, get out and enjoy the weather too. So with all of that said, I look forward to seeing you virtually this Sunday.